Hey, welcome to our channel. If you're learning English and you want it to feel fun, natural, and not boring, then you're in the right place. Before we get started, make sure you click that like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the bell. That way, you'll never miss one of our daily videos. We help you improve your English every single day with simple stories that are easy to follow and easy to remember. Today we're going to talk about what they never tell you about learning English. You're going to learn the real stuff. Not the textbook stuff. Not the repeat this grammar rule kind of lesson. We're going to talk about what's actually happening when you try to learn English, the things that nobody tells you but everyone needs to hear. Let's get into it. So here's the first thing. Learning English is not just about English. That sounds strange, right? But it's true. Learning English is about your confidence, your mindset, your habits, your fear, your time, your brain, your mood, your background, all of that. People think English is just words and grammar. But it's much bigger than that. Let me tell you about a girl named Lena. Lena wanted to learn English. She wanted to speak with people from other countries and travel and maybe get a better job. So she started learning with all the usual tools. She downloaded some PDFs, took notes, made flashcards, tried a grammar workbook. She watched some videos, too. But after a few months, she felt tired. She didn't feel like she was getting better. She didn't feel excited anymore. She started thinking, maybe I'm not good at languages. Maybe I'll never speak well. And she wanted to quit. Now here's what nobody ever told Lena. It's not that she was doing it wrong. It's that she was doing it without help from her emotions. That's the big secret. You don't remember what's boring. You remember what makes you feel something. You remember a song because it has emotion. You remember a movie line because it made you laugh. You remember a conversation because it was special. But you forget grammar rules because they're dry. You forget random vocabulary because it has no feeling. You forget examples from a textbook because they don't mean anything to you. So the first truth no one tells you is this: if you want to remember English, you have to feel something while you learn it. That's why we teach with stories on this channel. Because stories make you feel something. They make your brain care. And when your brain cares, it remembers. Now here's something else no one tells you. Fluency does not mean perfect. Most people think fluent means speaking like a native speaker. No mistakes. No pauses. Just fast and perfect English. But that's not true. Fluent means you can express your thoughts. You can understand others. You can have conversations. You can keep going even if you make mistakes. You don't stop and translate every word in your head. You don't freeze when you don't know a word. You keep going. That's fluency. Nobody tells you that it's okay to say something the simple way. It's okay to use small words. It's okay to speak slowly. It's okay to sound like a learner. You don't need to sound perfect. You need to be understood. Now let's talk about something else they never tell you. You don't need to study everything. You just need to use it. Lena spent a lot of time studying. But she wasn't using English. She was just learning about it, not living in it. That's what happens to a lot of people. They know what present perfect is, but they never say it in a real sentence. They know the difference between much and many, but still don't feel confident in a conversation. Nobody tells you this, but here it is. You can learn more by speaking for 10 minutes a day than by studying for 1 hour. Why? Because when you speak, you're doing everything at once. You're remembering vocabulary. You're building sentences. You're hearing your own voice. You're solving problems in real time. And your brain is making real connections. So stop worrying about learning every single word or rule. Focus on what you need. Focus on what you use. You'll learn faster. Now here's another truth: it's okay to repeat. In fact, it's necessary. A lot of people get bored when they hear the same story twice. They think, I already know this. I need something new. But that's not how your brain works. Your brain needs time. It needs to see the same sentence many times. It needs to hear the same word again and again in different situations. That's how it gets strong. That's how it moves a word from short memory to long memory. No one tells you this, but repeating is not a waste of time. It's the most powerful way to learn. So go ahead. Listen to the same story 10 times. Say the same sentence every day. That's how children learn. And it still works when you're an adult. Now let's get to something emotional. It's normal to feel stuck. There will be times when you feel like nothing is working. You can't understand movies. You can't speak fast enough. You feel like everyone else is better than you. You feel tired. You want to give up. Nobody talks about this. But it's real. So what do you do when that happens? You keep going. Slowly. Gently. You don't fight the feeling. You accept it. You take a deep breath. You remind yourself why you started. You listen to something easy. You repeat something simple. You find a story you like. And you keep going. The people who succeed are not the smartest. They're the ones who don't stop. Now here's something big: your accent is not a problem. A lot of learners feel embarrassed about their accent. They try to sound more American, more British, more native. But here's the truth they don't tell you: your accent is part of your story. It shows you're brave. It shows you're learning. It shows you speak more than one language. That's something to be proud of. Your goal is not to hide who you are. Your goal is to communicate clearly. That's it. If people understand you, you're doing great. Don't worry about the rest. Next up, here's another thing they don't teach you: reading helps you speak. You might think reading and speaking are two different things. But they're connected. When you read in English, your brain sees how sentences are made. You learn new words in context. You see how people express ideas. And when you speak, your brain remembers what it saw. You start to build your own sentences using the patterns you read. So if you want to speak better, read stories. Read dialogues. Read what you enjoy. Don't try to read things that are too hard or too boring. Just read a little every day. And here's one more thing they never tell you: you can learn English your way. There's no perfect method. There's no single way that works for everyone. Some people like to listen more. Some like to read. Some like to repeat. Some like to write. Some people learn fast. Some people learn slow. And that's okay. The important thing is to find a way that feels good to you. If you love listening to stories, do that. If you like speaking out loud, do that. If you enjoy writing short sentences, do that. Learning should feel like a good habit, not a punishment. If it feels too heavy, too hard, too boring, you won't stick with it. So try different things, and when something feels right, stick with it. Now let's go back to Lena. She almost gave up. But one day she found a short English story online. She listened to it. She liked it. It felt easy. It felt fun. She listened to it again. And again. Then she started speaking the sentences out loud. Then she told the story in her own words. Then she found another story. And another. Every day she listened. Every day she spoke. And slowly, she got better. She didn't rush. She didn't try to be perfect. She just kept going. Now Lena speaks English with confidence. Not perfect. But proud. And that's enough. So if you feel tired, or stuck, or slow, remember this: you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be real. Be consistent. Use English every day. Make it fun. Make it part of your life. That's what they never tell you. But now you know. And that's the end of our story for today. If you found this video helpful, please share it with your friends who are also learning English. Let's help more people feel confident and strong on their journey. And don't forget to leave a comment below. Tell us, what is something no one told you about learning English? We read your comments, and we post new stories every single day to help you practice naturally. So hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell, and come back tomorrow for your next English story. You're doing better than you think.